No question? No one has any question?
No, please.
Okay. Okay, so الدرس الثالث عشرة, the 13th lesson, or lesson 13, if you want. The lesson 13, he says, let me pick my highlights. It says, من هؤلاء الفتية الطوال يا علي. Who are these tall young ones? Al-fityatu, you know the word al-fata already. You know the word al-fata. Okay, so you check, let me come.
No, please, I don't know.
This word, no, all of us know the word al-fata. You might have forgotten, so I'm putting it in the chat. You can just check the word al-fata for young man, al-fatatu for young woman. A young man, young woman, like ourselves. I can be termed a fata. That is a young man. And then al-fatatu, a young lady, like yourselves. Okay. So the plural of al-fata is al-fitya, al-fityatu. The masculine one. I'm sure you have your pen and paper or pen and then vocabulary book or something with you. In that document, you are noting for me. Let me cancel this video, sorry. In that document, you are noting for me the word al-fata means young man. On its side, the plural is al-fityatu. Is that done? So this al-fitya is the plural of young man. So we have young men. Who are these young men? Who are these tall young men? At-tiwalu, the plural of tawil. Please be noting these words. At-tiwalu is the plural of tawil. I will be noting it here, inshallah. When time permits, I make the vocabulary material for us. Okay. But I'll be noting them down, inshallah. So we have fitya and then we have tiwalu. Tiwal is the plural of tawil. So who are these young, tall men? Ya Ali, O Ali. And the fatatu, the feminine one, the young lady, fatatu, its plural is fatayatun. Fatayat. Please, 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 again, be noting it down. Fatayat. Like this. So the feminine, the plural is fatayat. For the masculine, we said we have two plurals. We have fitya. Okay. We also have, I want to give the two. Masculine, the plural is fitya, and also fityan. And also fityan. So if you hear fityatun or fityan, both of them are the plural of fata, a young man. So fityatun is young men, fityan is young men. Or young ones. It can be used for both gender. If you say fityan, fityatun, if you use the masculine plural, it can cover both genders. But then when we say fatayatun, we mean young ladies. Fatayatun, young ladies. I'm sure that is noted. And so it's asking Ali, who are these young, tall ones? Hum tullabu judud. Hum tullabun judud. Judud is the plural of what? Jadid. Judud is the plural of jadid. So when he says tullabun, I've told you that a noun and its adjective, you can't bring the adjective to be singular when the noun is plural. So you can't say tullabun jadid. You can't put it that way. Say that the noun and its adjective must agree in number, gender, definiteness and indefiniteness, case ending vowel. So tullab is plural, the plural of student. Now for the plural of student, please note this word again. We have also, if you see talaba, talabatun, please vowelize it according to how I pronounce it. I can't be vowelizing it here. So according to how I pronounce it, you can vowelize it or even do it in transliteration and confirm with me later. Okay, so talabatun is the same as tullab. It's the same as the tullab. They are both plural. So since tullab is plural, the jadid should come plural also. And the plural of jadid is judud. Okay. It says, hum tullabun judud. They are new students. Min aina hum. Where are they from? Hum min America. They are from America. Min aina hum. Where are they from? Min aina. From where? Hum they. So where are they from? Hum min America. They are from America. Ahum zumala'uk. Zumala, the word zumala is the plural of zamil. So we have zamil and the plural is zumala'u. Zumala'u. Zamil, zumala'u. But then when you intend feminine plural, you have zamilati, you have zamilati, zamilatun, let's say. You have zamilatun, the plural zamilat. So when you want to say my colleagues, like both men and women, you say zumala, zumala. It says ahum zumala'uk. Are they your colleagues? Okay. And then he says na'am, hum zumala'i. They are my colleagues. Hum fi fasli. They are in my class. Hum zumala'i. They are my colleagues. Hum fi fasli. They are in my class. Ahum mujtahiduna. Ahum. Here is of course like the hal for questioning. Like saying hal hum mujtahidun. We've seen this Hamza a lot. So when he says ahum mujtahidun, are they hard-working ones? Mujtahid, somebody who works hard, a hard worker. Are they hard workers? Are they serious? It says na'am, hum mujtahidun. Yes, they are hard-working ones. Ma asma'uhum. Asma is the plural of ismun. Ma asma'uhum. What is their names? What are their names? Asma'uhum, their names, and then he put two dots there. Yasirun wa Zakariya wa Musa wa Abdullah. Wa man ha'ula'i rijalu. So, you know, even though their picture is in picture, we can't really tell if this one here, particularly if it's a male or female, the kind of dress he's wearing. But you see, because of the tulab here, judud here, because of the fitya, you got to know they are young men. And when he came mentioning the names, we realized that, yeah, we are right. Yasir, Zakariya, Musa, Abdullah. Okay. وَمَنْ هَؤُلَاءِ الرِّجَالُ الْقِصَارِ. الرِّجَال is the plural of rajul. هَؤُلَاءِ is these. These. وَمَنْ هَؤُلَاءِ, and who are these الرجال, who are these men? Al-Qisar, this word here is the plural of Qasir. The plural of what? Qasir. So because it says Ar-Rijal and not Ar-Rajul, he has to bring the adjective to also match it in number. So he brought the adjective as plural. So the plural of Qasir is what? Qisar. Qisar. There is a Kesra here and there's Fatihah here. Qisar. وَمَنْ هَؤُلَاءِ الرِّجَالُ الْقِصَارِ, and who are these short men? Hum hujjajun. Hum hujjajun. Hujjaj is a plural of hajj, somebody who is going on a pilgrimage. Now it's popular for somebody who's going on a pilgrimage to Mecca. But normally when we say somebody is hujjaj, we mean somebody going on a pilgrimage. Hum hujjaj, they are people going on pilgrimage, the plural of hajj. وَمِنْ أَيْنَ هُمْ, and where are they from? وَمِنْ أَيْنَ هُمْ, and where are they from? بَعْدُهُمْ مِنَ الصِّينِ. بَعْدُهُمْ, بَعْد means some. بَعْد, some. بَعْدُهُمْ مِنَ الصِّينِ, some of them are from China. وَبَعْدُهُمْ مِنَ الْيَابَانِ, and some of them are from Japan. بَعْدُهُمْ مِنَ الصِّينِ وَبَعْدُهُمْ مِنَ الْيَابَانِ. أين موسى وأصدقاؤه. أصدقاء is the plural of Sadiq. أصدقاء is the plural of Sadiq. So we have Sadiq, the plural being أصدقاء. أصدقاء هكذا. Have Sadiq, أصدقاء. So Aina Musa wa asdiqa'uhu. Where is Musa and his friends? Dhahabu ila al-mat'am. They've gone to the restaurant. Al-mat'am ay al-makan al-ta'am. They've gone to the restaurant. Okay. Now you see, because of they are plural, because we are talking about whom, Musa wa asdiqa'uhu, they are plural, they, that is why the verb came as dhahabu, akelu. That is how the plural past tense will be. Dhahabu, akelu, sharibu, like that. Okay. I come to the tamarin. Now, please, as we are going on, if there is anything that is unclear, please, you can call my attention through the chat. I'll quickly refer back to it, inshallah. For now, we've grown some wings, so we don't need so much formalities and bureaucracies and all. You can just drop your question as the lesson is going on, inshallah. Then we attend to it. Okay. And as I said, I tried a subscription to pay for the subscription, and then I'm having issues with it. And so we might have to use the 40-minute limit timing. Then after it, I'll just reopen the meeting, inshallah. Okay, I just pray they even give us a pass. Tamarin, exercises. It says, how will al-mubtada, how will means change. How will, change or transform. Please save it. Say how wala, to change. So it says, how will change al-mubtada, the mubtada. I know we all know what mubtada is. Mubtada is the noun beginning a sentence. Al-mubtada, the noun beginning a sentence. So if I have a nominal sentence, the first word in the nominal sentence is what? Al-mubtada. The other part of the sentence is called al-khabar. Al-khabar. Okay. How will al-mubtada fi kullin min al-jumal al-atiya, change the mubtada in each of the following sentences ila jam', to plural. So we realized that our lesson was to show us some plurals. Some plurals are there, they do not follow any specific format. they are called the broken plurals. You'd have to see them, like the kesar, tiwal, judud, they are all broken plural. Okay. So it says, مثال هذا طالب. This is a student. Here it says هؤلاء, these. Here is this, THIS. Here هؤلاء, these, THESE. هؤلاء طلاب. These are students. So he gives us the plural here, plural of the khabar. We need to change the mubtada to plural so as to match with the khabar. You change all the mubtada for them to match with the khabar. So basically, what we are going to do here, we are just going to change it to ha'ula'i. Since all is haza, we are just going to change all these haza to ha'ula'i tujjarun. But then he is doing that to show you also the plural of these words. You see the hajjun here, the plural is the hujjaj, tajirun, the plural is tujjar, rajulun, the plural is rajal. Now, all the plural they brought here, they are called broken plurals. They are called broken plurals. They do not follow any specific format. Even before we get to the topic of plurals, we have two types of plurals. I don't know if I allow this video, you see my video instead. I wish that could be. Now we have, we have two forms of plural in, three forms of plural in Arabic language. We have the sound masculine plural, which we call the jam'u muzakkar salim. And then we have the sound feminine plural, which we call the jam'u muannas salim. And then we have the broken plural. Now, these are the three plurals that we have. The sound masculine plural, if you have a masculine word, you just add waw and noon. Please, you can be making your own notes even before we get to the topic itself. We have a masculine word, then we add waw and noon, or yai and noon to form the plural. That is called a sound masculine plural. Like we have Muslim, then we add waw and noon to make Muslimun. We have mu'min, we add waw and noon, mu'minun, or mu'minin, Muslimin. That is called sound masculine plural. Masculine plural where you add waw and noon. And then we have also plural where you add alif and ta, like mudarrisatun. Then you add alif and ta, you have mudarrisatun. You take out the ta marbut, then you just add alif and ta. You have madrasatun. Let's say you have something like muhandisatun.
And wait, please, I don't get this, please. I'm sorry. I don't get what you're saying. I'm sorry. I was distracted.
The plural. Okay, so if
Please.
Okay, if you have access to the chat, anything that is unclear, you can just throw it through the chat. Inshallah, I'll just be alerted here. I'm saying that we have three types of plurals in Arabic language. We have sound masculine plural, we have sound feminine plural, and then we have broken plural. Sound masculine, sound, S like sound, S-O-U-N-D, sound masculine plural. But this sound here means like same. You know, when we say something is sound, and what he's saying is sound, we mean what he's saying is same, or it goes with format. That is what we mean here. So we have sound masculine plural, and then we have sound feminine plural, and then we have broken plural. We have these three types of plural. I'm sure we are cool up to this point. Sound masculine, sound feminine, and then sound broken. With the sound masculine plural, we add waw and noon to a masculine word. Like you have a word like Muslim. The plural of Muslim, we have Muslimun, mu'minun. Words like that. Mu'allimun, mudarrisun. All these words, plural words with waw and nun at their end, we call them sound masculine plural. The waw and nun, it can be changed to yai and nun. Like we have Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. We have yai and nun at the end. We can have mu'minina, ilal mu'minina. We can have muslimina. So instead of waw and nun at the end of the word, we would have yai and nun instead, coming at the end of the word. So you have your word, just write it down. Muslim, the plural, you add waw and nun. So you have muslimun. Just write something like that down. Muslim, muslimun, or muslimin. Mu'min, mu'minin, or mu'minun. So for the sound masculine, you have two ways. Either it ends with waw and nun, or it ends with yai and nun. You can write those examples down. Now the sound feminine plural, it is a feminine word, then you add alif and ta. You have a word like mudarrisatun. You can write that down. Mudarrisatun. If you want to form the plural, you just pick the word mudarris, add alif and ta. So you have mudarrisatun. So you now have mudarrisatun again. You now have mudarrisatun. The word is ending with alif and ta. So you can write that down to sound feminine plural. Under it, you have mudarrisatun. The plural is mudarrisatun. Okay. So you see that this plural, you add alif and ta. Now plurals, where we add alif and ta, we call it sound feminine plural because the plural refers to a feminine word. Sound feminine plural is when we have a feminine word with ta marbut at the S end, and then we add alif and ta. Okay. Broken plural does not have an order. You can hear just the word broken plural. It doesn't have any order. Any word that forms its plural by broken standard, you just need to learn it. You need to see it and learn it, like the ones we have here. That's why they actually brought these ones. Because nobody will tell you that if you want to form the plural of sagir, you add alif here, you take yai here. No, that law is nowhere. If you want to form the plural of kabir, you have to make it this way. We don't have that format. So you see one word, hujjaj, hajjun becoming hujjaj, tajirun becoming tujjar, kabir, kibar, sagir, sigar, qasir, qisar, tawil, tiwal, waladun now, awlad, ibn, abna, ama, shaykhun, shuyukh. So you see that their plural does not really have any format that we can lay our hands on and say that broken plural or words with such plurals, if you are going to form it, add this or take off this. It's very difficult. So we say they are broken plurals because they do not have format. The ones that have format, add waw and nun or yai and nun for the masculine. So we say they are sound masculine plural. Okay, add alif and ta to the word to make the feminine. This is sound feminine plural. Those that do not have any format like these ones here, we call them jam'u taksir. Okay. With regards to the plurals, we are not actually on the topic of plurals, but then I just wanted to give a highlight. If any portion of it is unclear, you can indicate that to me, inshallah, through the chat. Please don't keep the confusion with you. If it's unclear, please indicate it to me, inshallah, as we go on. So you just change this one. Ha-ula'i sigar, ha-ula'i rijal, ha-ula'i kibar, like that. Ha-ula'i tiwal, ha-ula'i awlad. These children, these tall ones, these, like that. These are tall. Like if you say ha-ula'i tulabun, these are students. هؤلاء تجار. These are traders. هؤلاء حجاج. These are what do you even call them? Those going on Hajj. If they have one English plural word for them. هؤلاء رجال. These are men. So that is just what they require us to do. And then you are pilgrims. Jamil, thanks very much. Pilgrims. So the hujjaj is the pilgrims. Thank you. So هذا ammun. Ammun, I've said that ammun is your paternal uncle, your father's brother. That is your ammun. The plural is a'mamun. Your paternal uncles are a'mamun. Shaykh is an old person or a scholar, somebody who is learned, or somebody who is old. Okay. So we say shuyukh, old men or scholars. Can put it down. It's not given to a small boy or somebody who is not learned. We just give it today to everyone because for fun. But all those taking the name Sheikh don't deserve it. Yeah, okay, so Hamdia is asking us that, is there any way to know how to form the plural form of a particular word, like if it's sound or broken? Okay, now as you keep studying on, you come to know the plural of words automatically. You come to know that some words, their plural is broken. As you keep on studying, you come to know that some words, their plural is broken, some words, their plural is sound masculine. Like word like Muslim, you've seen Muslim a lot. You've probably seen Muslimuna. You've probably seen Muslimuna. If you're going to form the plural, what we do is that if the word is masculine, as an innocent student, you just add waw and nun. Innocent student who doesn't even know about broken plural. What you do is that, like, first time you are seeing tajirun, you've not seen tujar before. What, as an innocent student, you do is that just add waw and nun, because tajirun is masculine. So you add waw and nun to form the plural, because the word is masculine. So you know that the masculine plural, we add waw and nun. The broken is a special case. Now, when you say haulai tajirun, as a beginner, you are not arrested. Gradually, you come to learn that, oh, this particular word, its plural is broken. Though it's masculine, but its plural is formed in the broken manner. When you find a feminine word to innocently add alif and ta, just add alif and ta to form the plural. If it is not so, you come to learn that, oh, this particular feminine word, the plural is formed by adding the broken manner. So as you keep on learning, you come to know the plural of words automatically. Like we've been reading al-jumal sentences, al-jumal sentences. So gradually you've come to know that jumla, though it ends with ta marbut, is a feminine word, the plural is not jumlatun. You've come to learn the plural automatically, jumal. So as you keep on reading, you need to just keep on reading, listening, listening. Come to know that, this is the plural, this is the plural. Right, that you keep on building your bank, and before you realize, you just have that feel. When you see a word, you can easily form the plural without even falling in any error. You just get it right. So we just need to keep on reading, keep on expanding and asking questions. Yeah. Please, is there a rule regarding the usage of say the masculine plural, like the Muslimin and Muslimun, they can be used interchangeably? No, not interchangeably, it's the grammar. Is the grammar. Inshallah, I would come on this particular question, but basically the Muslimin is used when the word is majrur or when it is mansub. Like if I say ila al-muslimin, ila, a preposition comes, I won't say al-muslimun, say al-muslimin. Al-mu'minun is used when the word is marfu, I think I've mentioned something like that. Like when we say the fa'il is marfu, it has to take dhamma. The mubtada has to take dhamma. So when al-mu'minun or al-muslimun comes as subject in a nominal sentence, comes as the doer in the verbal sentence, position where the noun should take dhamma, the word al-muslimun with waw and nun will be used. Where it is supposed to take kesra or fatha, al-muslimin will be used. This is just a flash. If you still have difficulties with it, don't worry. We'll just do the plural, forming the plural as a topic, inshallah, hopefully. Okay, so you keep on seeing some plurals. You see, you see, we have duyuf. Daif is a guest. It's a new vocabulary, I think. Daifun, a guest. Let's record that. Daifun is a guest. Yani a visitor, kind of. Zamil, colleague. So the plural is duyuf. Fakir, poor. Gani, rich. Sadiq, friend. Tabib, doctor. So you see the fatan word here. Hada fata. This is a young man. You say haula'i fityatun. These are young men. Okay. Akhun, the plural is ikhwa or ikhwan, as I gave you before. Hada jadidun, you say haula'i judud. Now you come here. The plural I was talking about. You see mudarrisun. You see it here? You see it here? Waw and nun. Waw and nun. I'm sure we can see this. So they brought these broken plurals, a lot of them. And then now they showed us that there is something like this kind of plural also. So we can have waw and nun being added to mudarrisun. This is the singular. You can see it. And see that when they form the plural, waw and nun is added. Muhandisun. Waw and nun is added to the muhandis word. We have muhandisun. Fallah. Waw and nun is added. Fallahun. Mujtahid, mujtahidun. Muslim, muslimun. So you are gradually learning some words. They are plural. You are learning them automatically. So as you keep on going on, you learn some by book. Some of them, you just know how to form them yourself as you keep on reading. Okay. Done with that tamrin. Here he says, how will al-mufradat, how will change. So you see top there, we saw how will, and I said it means change. Now, as you've seen how will like that, going ahead, if you see how will again, it means the same change. But if you don't learn that how will you learned before up there, and you throw it away, you don't save it as a vocabulary, you just let it go. Oh, I will know, I'll remember. The next moment you see how will again, and you are like, what did this word mean? This word, I know it before, I've seen it somewhere. Save the vocabulary, write it down. Even if you feel you remember, don't feel, write it down. How will means change. You will be seeing it a lot of places. Al-mufradat, in my, I think vocabulary files, I use al-mufradat al-jadida, new vocabularies. So al-mufradat is vocabularies. Vocabularies. حول المفردات التي تحتها خط. Change the vocabularies that has a khat, line, under it, تحتها, under it. Change the vocabularies that has lines under it. Yani change the underlined vocabularies. إلى جموع, to plurals. إلى جموع, plurals. So the جموع is the plural of جمع. So جمع is plural, is جموع. So change all the words with line under them to plurals. كما هو موضح. When you say something is موضح, the thing is something like clarified or exemplified or made clear. كما هو موضح, as it has been made clear في المثال, in the example. Now this is the misal. So change the words with underlines, change the underlined words to plurals as it has been exemplified in the example. It says, Man hadha ar-rajul, who is this man? It says, Huwa hajjun, he is a pilgrim. Man haula'i ar-rijal, who are these men? Hum hujjajun, they are pilgrims. So now you come to here, you see that here, because rijal is changing, of course, haza has to change alongside with it to become haulai. And then the answer also changes. Min aina haza talib, where is this student from? So we are changing the talib to a tulab or talaba. Says min aina haulai at-tulab, or min aina haulai at-talaba. Then you say whom, this one will also change, whom min al-Hind. Okay, please do that assignment. Do well and do it just to test yourself how you understand the changes. Please do well and do it. Okay. Now, apart from that, the vocabularies here, all of them are treated. Okay. Here, أضف الأسماء الآتية مرة إلى اسم ظاهر وأخرى إلى ضمير كما هو موضح في المثال. أضف يعني you are going to write these words, add them, make them مضاف to another word. Make these words مضاف to other words, and also make them mudaf to pronouns. So there are some lines here. There are some lines here, some dashes, dot, that they've left for us here. So they've brought the mudaf ilay. You all know the mudaf ilay. So you just make this asma'un, zumala'u, asdiqa'u, you make them mudaf to this one. So you just bring them here. But I know you remember that I said mudaf does not take tanween. So when you are bringing asma here, you'd have to say asma'u at-tullabi, asma'u at-tullabi. You can't say asma'un at-tullabi, names of the students. Okay, here you bring Hamid, zumala'u Hamidin, Hamid's colleagues. So you bring the zumala here to form the mudaf ilay. Asdiqa'ul mudarrisi, the teacher's friends. Again, also you bring those ones here, like asma'uhum, zumala'uka, asdiqa'uhu. You bring them here. Okay. That is just what is required from us here. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see this tamrinat also. اقرأ المثال ثم حول الجمل الآتية مثله. Said اقرأ المثال, read the example. ثم حول, and then change الجمل الآتية, and change the following sentences. مثله, like it. So you read the مثال. الطالب ذهب إلى المطعم. The student went to the restaurant. Then you have الطلاب. الطالب has been changed to plural. ذهبوا. You see, as I said, if they are plural, past tense, it ends with waw and alif like that. So ذهب also changed. So you have الطلاب ذهبوا إلى المطعم. The students went to the restaurant. The students went to the restaurant. So now you have here الطالب جلس في الفصل. Now you can change this to plural and then change the verb also to past tense plural, just like the ذهبوا. You change all of them in the same manner. Okay. Here is read and write. اقرأ واكتب. You just read and write everything. They just want to get you to write the thing and then get used to them. As you write in the Italian proverb that was translated to Arabic language, it says, Man yaktub yaqra marratain. whoever writes reads twice. من يكتب يقرأ مرتين. If you write, you read twice. It sticks better. Okay, so you just read and write all the sentences. That is just what is required from us. Okay. So you see the plural of the verbs, kharaja becoming kharaju, dhahaba becoming dhahabu, plural past. It ends like that, waw and alif. Kharaju, dhahabu, qatalu, akelu, sharibu. Bimana, they ate, they slept, they like that. Namu. Okay. Here we have al-madrasat al-ibtidaiya. I think we've seen it before. Primary school. And al-madrasat al-mutawassita. Sorry. Al-madrasat al-mutawassita will be the middle school. Okay. Uktub jam'ul kalimat al-atiya. Write the plural of the following words. Write the plural of the following words. Now, this assignment, if you could do them, I'd be glad. I'll be glad to check it for you. We will put the answers there. Some of them are, I don't think we've seen them, like Ganim. You can search. I can tell you right here, but if you search, it's better. The plural of Ganim. You can type it and inshallah it will come for you. Al-Kalimat al-Jadida. Have Al-Haqlu. Al-Haqlu is filled. F-I-E-L-D. Filled. Al-Haqlu. And then we have the plural is hukul. Mostly the haql is used for farm fields. Farm fields. F-A-R-M. Farm field. Okay. Says al-haqlu, the plural is hukul. Al-daif, we've already seen the plural, which is duyuf. Al-shaykh, we've seen the plural, al-shuyukh. Al-nasu, people. Al-mat'amu, restaurant. The plural is al-mata'im. Al-mata'im. Al-qaryatu, village. Village. V-I-L-L-A-G-E. Village. Al-madrasatul ibtidaiyatu. When you say ibtidaiya, yani beginner school, primary school. Okay. But then we are done with this one, the A of, I think, lesson 13. Before we get to the B, please, if there is any question, now you can allow your microphone and ask whatever question that you have, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
My question is about the Juha video.
Aywa, Jamil.
Yes. In one of the scenes, I think Juha said kalimni to mean imitate.
Kalimni.
Yes.
Okay, let me see. Kalimni. To
No,
me.
maybe I didn't hear as well.
Okay, don't worry. We can just reach it here. When they were the fashion one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so when they dressed, right?
Yes. But I think kalimni means call me, right?
Kalimni, yani talk to me. Kalimni, yani talk to me. From kallama, to speak with. أرأيت الأناقة؟ Aha. It says تعالى قلدني.
قلبني.
قلدني. قلدني. قاف.
قلد.
أيوة. قاف لام دال. The verb is قلد. So it says قلد. قلد to imitate. So it says قلدني, imitate me.
Okay, I heard that as kelimni.
قلدني. So this is actually why we are doing this. You know, we can know the words, like, you know, kelimni. When you are listening, the way the Arab will speak, somebody who knows Arabic will flow, you might miss the sound if you don't practice with these things. That's why I give it out, so that when you listen, whatever you hear, you come less go around it so that we get things right. I don't know if you've heard this song, لِأُجَارِهِمْ قَلَّتُ ظَاهِرَ مَا فِيهِمْ. You've heard it, right?
Yes.
Aywa. It says لِأُجَارِهِمْ, so as to kind of be with them. Jara, to be with, to be somebody's neighbor. لِأُجَارِهِمْ, kind of to move with people. قَلَّتُ ظَاهِرَ مَا فِيهِمْ. I imitated what is apparent on them. So to flow with the guys, I kind of copied their dressing and all that. Watch the video and you see the concept.
Yes.
That is the word there.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So when we say imitation, we say taqleed. Taqleed. Lead, imitation.
Taqleed. All right.
So it's very important we listen to the videos. Normally, we have a lot of people who learn Arabic very well, but the moment somebody speaks, they are confused. They can't get what is going on. Yeah, so we need to be listening to the videos consistently. Even when you've understood everything, just keep playing them for fun.
It's actually fun.
Yeah, it's actually fun. So particularly this one, this fashion one. Okay. And please, let's be practicing. Let's be just writing up things. Try to write something. You can just sit down, try to go around something, try to put something on. Just, you know what I used to do when I would sit in the car to, you know, the traffic system. When I sit in the car like that as a student, I would just be looking around what is happening on the street, try to write it in Arabic. Try to look at a scene and write something in Arabic. I did that in 1 week. What I wrote on Monday to, I think, Friday, being in the car. Weekend, of course, you are home. Monday to Friday, what I wrote, I actually put them all together into an article and named it, I think, from Zongo Junction to Cantonment. What happens on the street or something. It's an article like that. Inshallah, I'll push it. One of our students, Aziza, translated it as we studied it. She translated everything. So we do that to practice. When you are there, you try to write something you've seen in Arabic, if your vocabularies are okay for you to write that. As you are doing that, you find some difficulties. Now, those difficulties, when you break them, then you realize that you are now okay. You are getting somewhere. But if you keep everything to yourself, you are not learning. Okay, please, Iman just joined us. We said we are just allowing the microphones. Everybody can just say what question they have. And please, you see, it is a system that I have drawn. I drew this plan, this course, and gave it time. So I know what the 3 months will produce for us. So if I'm putting us on any line, please, let's just kind of abide. Let's be diligent to whatever. If I share the vocabulary list, try to learn all of them. It is kind of a few vocabularies for a long time before even I bring another vocabulary list. Let's do well to be learning our vocabularies well. If I send the vocabulary, let's do well to go through them. The video, let's do well to follow the instructions. Keep listening. Okay, let me just keep listening. That's what the instructor says. Let me see what he wants me to achieve with that. Just put it that way. Let's put it as a challenge for me. Okay, he said after the 3 months, he can make me good in Arabic. And this is what he's giving me. Let me just do it and see what I'll get. That's a challenge for me. So just let's follow like that. You see the results, I think halfway yourself, you see how quick the results is. I believe Arabic language is very easy. I believe when you start learning it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a way of pushing you. If your intention is to understand the Quran and Sunnah, even if your intention is whatever, it's a way you just get pushed into it. It's very easy. But it's us. We have a lot of useless things, in our life. We do a lot of things that do not matter. So please, let's try our possible best. The questions there, as I always say, you always have to have a question. If there is anything, any concern, anything you didn't understand, this is the space. I think Zoom has allowed us. The subscription, I had an issue with it, but I think they've allowed us. So we thank them. We thank Zoom. If you have any question, please, before you even get to them. The Joha videos, the others we all watched. Did we all watch the Joha video I shared? So like I would have wished like every week I can drop the Joha video, like one of it, or maybe 2. Then by the time we finish this course, we would have done like 15 or so of them. Then I just push the rest. I'll just push the link and then we access all the rest. By the time you listen and learn about 10 of them, learn it very well, the rest you can fathom your way through it. Okay. هل من سؤال؟ هل هناك سؤال قبل أن ننتقل إلى الدرس التالي? Is there any question before we move to the next lesson? And please, those that whenever you miss any lesson, do well to watch the video that I upload. So the video, as I've told you, I've made it unlisted on YouTube. So it is only you guys who can access it. It's only those who have the link, and the link is just with you here. So it's only you guys who can access it. So I see the number of people viewing it. If you miss it, if you miss the class or something, you just go back to the video and then quickly capture it. Okay, in the absence of no question, let's just finish this short one, very short one. So even before we got here, you've known the word al-fatayat, right? We've all known the word al-fatayat. It says, man ha'ula'i al-fatayat. So you realize something here, that ha'ula'i knows no masculine or feminine. This is this. Whether masculine or feminine, you say ha'ula'i, right? So you know that from here. There's man ha'ula'i al-fatayat. Who are these young girls, young ladies? And young ladies like our age, that is like your age, sorry, I'm not a lady. Who are these young ladies, yeah, Mariam? Who are these young ladies? Oh, Mariam. Mariam, this is a question for you. Hunna zamilati. So you see the zamilat, the plural of zamila. I've also given you that. Interestingly, I have not read this book. I mean, I don't know these pages. I've not read it down like that. So, but then the format we learn it with, it just follows. You've already learned zamilatun to be colleague, female. The plural is what? Zamilat. It says hunna. It didn't say whom. Whom is plural masculine. They. When you want to say they and they are plural masculine or mixed gender, you say whom. But if it is feminine, ladies only, say hunna. So if you open Surah to Nisa, you see a lot of this hunna, inna, those things. It's a feminine something in Arabic language. Hunna, they, feminine, zamilati, they are my colleagues. Ahawatun hunna, are they sisters? So it's like saying ahunna akhawatun. Are they sisters? Are they sisters? Na'am. Hunna akhawatun. Yes, they are sisters. Man abuhunna. Who is their father? So people's tongue is used to whom. So like man abuhum, na'am hum is easier. So when if you ask most of those who memorize the Quran, Surah An-Nisa actually gives them a lot of issues. When you are memorizing Surah An-Nisa, when you open Surah An-Nisa to check it, you see a lot of this thing. It makes it quite difficult to memorize, and it's a lot of pages. So you see something like, let me see, where it talks about women. You see a lot of this, something like the number 4, verse number 4 of Surah An-Nisa. وَآتُوا النِّسَاءَ صَدَقَاتِهِنَّ نِجْلَةً فَإِن طِبْنَ لَكُمْ عَنْ شَيْءٍ مِّنْهُ نَفْسًا فَكُلُوهُ هَنِيئًا مَرِيئًا. Now, when you come into the chapter, you see a lot of this inna thing, because mostly it's talking about feminine. You find a lot of it, and it makes it quite difficult because people are used to the masculine thing. People are used to the masculine endings. Okay. It says, Abuhunna, their father, Ash-Shaykhu Bilal. Their father is Sheikh Bilal. Ummuhunna. So you see, as an Arabic student, all of us here, we are Arabic students now. We don't say Sheikh Redwan. You see, we say Ash-Shaykh Redwan, Ash-Shaykh Abu Bakr. We say Ash-Shaykh Sharubtu, Ash-Shaykh. The Shaykh is definite. When you make Shaykh indefinite, it becomes a mudaf to the noun you are going to mention. And Shaykh is no mudaf. So your Shaykh should come with alif and lam. Okay, we just say Sheikh something, Sheikha Maryam, Sheikha Hamdiya, Sheikha Iman. Like that, we just say it for freestyle. But if you are going to say it well as an Arabic student, say Ash-Sheikha Hamdiya, Ash-Sheikha Maryam, Ash-Sheikha Iman. You have to bring the alif and lam. Ummuhunna, so her father is Sheikh Bilal. Ummuhunna, their mother, Ustadhati. Their mother is my teacher. Now the word Ustadh is actually professor. Ustadh that we've been using freestyle is professor. So when somebody hits the professor level, we call him Ustaz. Sometimes you see Ustadh Doctor. Ustaz a doctor. Al Ustaz a doctor. Any professor. Ustaz is actually for professor. So he's saying that their mother is my teacher, or their mother is my professor. Aina baytuhunna. Where is their house? Baytuhunna qaribun min al-madrasa. Their house or their home is close to the madrasa. Qaribun min, close to. Qaribun min, close to the madrasa. Okay. Now we are done with that also. So this is the same assignment. You are just going to, so you see that the feminine plurals, look at it. Bint is now banat, alif and ta, talibat, mudarrisat, alif and ta, tabibat, alif and ta, muslimat, alif and ta. So that's what I was talking about. You see that zawjat, alif and ta, wives, akhawat, sisters, fatiyat, young ladies, and then the judud, they all come like this. Kibar, sigar, tiwal. Okay. So you realize that these are the sound feminine plurals that I was talking about, even though, as I said, it's a topic that we'll come to look at. Okay. So quite the same tamrin, though. Almost the same tamrin here. Okay. If there is any concern with this thing we just read right here, inshallah, you can just allow your mic. You have some 10 minutes, inshallah. You can go through that. Please, the tamrinat under this one, please read them. Please, you can set some 30 minutes or 20 minutes to just go through the tamrinat here. If you find any difficulty, you do well to call my attention. Right now, where we've gotten to, I shouldn't be spoon feeding again. We need to do the work 50-50. You come halfway, I come halfway, so that our energy will just grow together, inshallah. If you have any concerns at all, we can bring them forth. I've said that your questions are not supposed to be fixated on this book or on any of our lessons. We all read the Quran daily. We all follow khutbah. We all hear scholars doing wazi. We all see a lot of things going on. People say Arabic things. People read the Quran for us to hear. Hadith. If you have any concern anywhere at all, do not hesitate to bring it on board. Let's discuss it, inshallah. You see, the importance of this Arabic language is it transcends what we normally preach about. It transcends that. We can't really tell you the importance until you learn it very well and know it. I was with a friend in a car, and then he was playing one of these scholars' name withheld. And the person was talking about the hadith where the Prophet ﷺ taught the Sahaba how to do salat alayhi. So inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi, inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi, ya ayyuhallazina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. The verse came, and some of the companions, Sahaba, then went to the Prophet ﷺ and said, we know how to do salam upon you. Yani narif kayfa nusallim alayk wa kayfa an salat alayk, kayfa nusalli alayk. How do we say salawat upon you? And salawat is kind of a praise language. How do we kind of flash you with praises? So when they said that, the Prophet ﷺ put his head down, kind of, how do I teach you how to praise me? You just know what is with me. So when the Prophet ﷺ put his head down, nobody knows what he's doing. In the hadith, he put his head down, and the Sahaba felt as if they shouldn't have asked him the question. This is what the hadith text is. Now, this scholar explaining it said that the Prophet ﷺ put his head down, taking wahi. This aspect of taking wahi is nowhere, it's not found anywhere in the text that the Prophet, when they asked him, he put his head down, taking wahi. Now, even without the Arabic, if we are saying, if the Prophet is taking wahi, why did they feel like we shouldn't have asked him? Because they ask him questions and he takes wahi and he gives it to them. Why is it that this time the hadith text says that the Sahaba even felt they shouldn't have asked him? And now this Sheikh in quote is saying that the Prophet ﷺ put his head down, taking wahi. Now, if you don't know the text, if you can't refer to the text, you just take it like that. The Prophet took wahi and gave it to the people, and like, of course, ma yantiqu anil hawa, whatever the Prophet says is not from his own. In huwa illa wahyun yuha, it's always a revelation. But if you say he's taking wahi like that, it's a different thing on his own. So you see, we need to just learn so that we can refer to sources on our own and cross-check. Else, we would always be fed with whatever, we will be fed with the whims and caprices of the scholar who is in charge of at the moment. I remember when we were in Cairo, there is this masjid that we pray in. On weekends after Asr, one imam will come and do dawah. This imam, when he's doing dawah, he recites something and he misses a bit. The people sitting there will correct him. All of them who fast. Hadith, he messes up a little bit, they will correct him. So it's kind of a measured situation, though you are controlling the affairs, but we know what we are doing here. You can't just come and feed us anything. You know, so we should do our best to know this language of ours. It's kind of, you all say we love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we love the Prophet. This is the language of our beloved. We need to understand the language of our beloved. Nobody would like a translator to be between himself and his love. So let's do our best, inshallah. If there is any concern at all, inshallah, a few minutes, then we take care of them. What's the plural? What's the plural of bint with fatha? Why is the plural of bint with fatha and not kesra. You know, when we form the plural, we are no more looking at the singular again. When we are forming the plural, like, let me come. You see some plurals, as we said, we have plurals that are broken. Okay, broken plurals. What happens is that the format of the singular changes. That is why we say it's broken. So you see haklun, the plural, then we have hukul. Even Korea, the plural is qura. Qura is in the Quran. You see that the kaf will now become dhamma. So when you have bintun, the plural becomes banat. The nun has taken fatha, the ba has now taken kesra. The format of the singular has been broken. So we realize that the plural here is broken. So it takes the fatha, the ba is now taking fatha and not kesra because the plural is broken. It's broken plural. Whatever, that's why we say we call something sound masculine, sound feminine. Those ones, the singular remain the same. When you are going to use this as a measure, whenever the format of the singular is changed, its vowels, its letters is changed, then we are looking at a broken plural. When the format of the singular remains the same, but the addition is a suffix, like waw and nun, yai and nun, alif and ta, then we say that just the suffix, no changes in the singular. We say that we have a sound masculine or a sound feminine plural. Amdi, is that fine?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other concern we have here? Questions, Yakari? Questions finished?
Bekari ba?
Okay.
Mama na hukul. Hukulun.
Aywa.
Again.
Ma'ana hukul?
Yes, please.
Fields. Field, yani, like farm field, the land. F-I-E-L-D-S.
Okay.
F-I-L. So that's the plural of the hakl. So if you go to the villages in the Arab setting, they will tell you, oh, you go and ask the boy, Aina Abuke, he will tell you, Abi fil hukul. My father is in the fields, he's in the farmlands. Aywa. Okay. You know, when we say, guys, normally we say, I'm going to the field. When we say I'm going to the field, what do we mean? I'm going to the pitch, football pitch. When we say that, you don't call it hackle. Call that mal'ab. Mal'ab. Hakaza. Afwan. Mal'abun. Like this. Have a mal'ab. Like this. That is field. When guys say, I'm going to the field, I'm going to the playing field. That is what you mean. Mal'ab. But this field here, we normally refer to the farm field.
And you said mat'am is restaurants.
Restaurant. Aywa.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, please, is there any other name for farmland aside hackle? Yes, there is. There is. So right in the chat, let me just point it here. We have mazra. We have mazra. Mazra. You know where mazra is coming from? From zar'un, like plantations. So you have mazra as also farm field. Mazra is actually, mazra, you don't even have any other meaning than farm field, the farmland. Because hackle, it can just be the fields, not really farm, you know, but mostly referred to as farmland. Mazra can, hackle can be the field. It can be for like cattle rearing. Hackle can be for other things. But when we say mazra, the place where we sow, I think you all might have heard, or maybe you are hearing it now. We have this thing that we say, manzara'a hasada. Have we heard this before? Manzara'a hasada. Have we heard it before? You might have heard manjadda wajada. Yes, please. Good. Manjadda wajada. We say waman zara'a, and whoever sows reaps. Waman zara'a hasada. Hasada is to harvest. Zara'a is to sow. Say manjadda wajada. Whoever strives hard gains what he strives for. Waman zara'a, and whoever sows hasada reaps. R-E-A-P-S, or harvest. Man jadda wajada, or man zara'a hasada. So zara'a, to plant something, to sow something. So when we say mazra, place where we sow crops or we sow food, that is farmland. No two ways about it. But hackle can be for cattle rearing, poultry, a lot of things. Can be for a lot of other things. This was what I said. Don't forget, always keep that with you. Try to write things in Arabic. You all have phones. You should have note on your phone such that you type things in there. You can be typing your own life stories in there. You can create a note and be typing Arabic things. Like you want to type something about yourself. This week, what happened? Okay, you want to try to make that in Arabic. Just force something out, you know, with your simple sentences. I'm there, I'm always available to cross-check that for you, correct whatever error you made for you. Okay. Any more questions? We have any more questions? Jamil. Okay. In the absence of any question, inshallah, we will close the session here, and then I'm sure the video is recorded. Yeah, it's recorded. So inshallah, I'll just upload it right away and hopefully share it. We don't know what the evening holds. I don't even know what my next moment holds. So I'll just upload it and share it so that we can have access to it. Okay. So till we meet again, please do well to revise. Do well to revise very well. Read over, read over, read over. Make it easy for the both of us, inshallah. Till we meet again, have a very good Arabic time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.